Hello, my dears. Welcome to your daily angel oracle card messages. So this is a very simple video to use. You can ask this every single day. You can ask your angels to help and support you in your life right now just by simply choosing a card in the deck. So the way this works is I'm just going to randomly go through the deck and read each one of the cards of the 44 cards. So the way you use this is you come in every day and ask your angels a question. You can simply ask, what do I need to know today? What's the next step for me today? What would be good for me to know today? Something like that. Keep it very broad. Or you can go specific and think about a specific area in your life. Maybe it's finances, relationships, health, spiritual path, career changes, whatever it is that you want to ask, that you have questions or that you're challenged with right now. So you can get really specific or you can go really broad. You ask your question and then you just wait for a moment and tune in to where you need to hop into the video at. So you might just randomly forward this video and just stop it randomly somewhere and listen to the message that comes out at that particular moment and what I'm saying at that particular moment. And that's the message for you today on every particular day that you come and ask for a message. It's very easy. You can listen to just one card or you can listen to two or three. Usually, there's no rhyme or reason with this. I'm literally have shuffled the deck and I'm going to randomly pick them one by one and just read through them. But usually there's a theme. There's a reason that the cards have been shuffled in this way. So I guess that the cards can read well together. So you could read two or three cards together. So that is it. Let us get stuck in. So take a breath. Nice 3 deep breaths is a really good starting point. So take a deep breath in and then let that breath go. And take another breath in and then let that breath go. And take another breath in and let that breath go. And just really fully feel yourself right here, right now. And you can ask your angels, what do I need to know today? Or you can think about for example, your finances. You could say, angels, how do I need to get out of debt? What's the steps I need to take today? Or it could be this relationship that's challenging me at the moment. What's the best thing that I can do right now? You can ask your question in that moment of space that you've created with your breath and then just randomly stop somewhere in the deck and that will be your answer. So let us get started. So the first card we have is Archangel Raguel, align your life to infinite possibilities. What a stunning card. So this card is about life purpose. It's about, for anyone that's listening, if you've chosen this card, it could be that you have been stressing and worrying about something in the lines of your life purpose and why you're here. What's my sacred contract? Why am I here? And, I did that for years, trying to figure out what the hell am I here for? And it literally is a lifetime question. There's a couple of good books that you can get. One is 7 Spiritual Laws by Deepak Chopra, and that will really help you to figure out your dharma in this lifetime. But the angel message that goes with this card is, think about the things that bring you joy. Think about the things that when you do them, you literally lose time. You forget yourself. Time either expands or contracts. And you look at your watch and you're like, oh my God, it should be only 10 minutes, but it felt like 30 minutes. Or that felt like 10 minutes, but it was actually, you've been there an hour. That's a major key to one of the things that's part of your dharma, that's part of your life purpose and the reason that you're here. And it should be incorporated somewhere into your life and your career. So, for example, for me, I love being with people. I love helping and supporting people. And I love talking and I love conversations and I love writing. So these are all things that I can lose myself in. So I need to incorporate them into my career as a coach, or I'm speaking to people every day, whether that's live, that's in person or in group sessions. I'm supporting. I love the angels and that angelic world. So that has to come through. I need to have spaces in my life where I can do that. I also love to teach. I love teaching information. I love making things simple. So I have to be a teacher. And I am a teacher in many, many areas when I write books. when I'm in front of a group, whether that's live or online, or even when in the one-to-one sessions. So that is a key about aligning your life to infinite possibilities. It will bring you more joy, and just follow the bliss. For I don't really like the cliches, but in this case, it is about just following that bliss inside, following the things that you love to do, that you lose time in. And that will help you just to create a picture, the bigger picture of what it is that you are here for. Next card. If you've chosen this card, it's Archangel Gabriel, and joy is your birthright. So Gabriel is the angel that is here for creatives, artists, writers, public speakers, anyone that is out there using their creativity to express and heal and help and support in the world. So this is an invitation for you to, very similar to the previous card. So if you haven't heard that, go back and listen. But it's an invitation for you to check into where you're experiencing the most joy in your life right now. And if you're struggling to answer that question, when is the last time you felt laughter and appreciation and joy and just had some fun, then that's a big warning bell that you need to incorporate some of that back into your life. It increases your lifespan when you're happier. You know, it reduces risk of anxiety, depression. It helps you to get more mobile because you want to get out and you want to experience the world. Things happen outside of our phones and outside of our offices. The world is outside. So this card is really about incorporating more joy. Like, so I have to schedule joy into my schedule. It doesn't happen on its own. I have to schedule breaks, time in nature, time with my kids, you know, whether that's cooking or walking or watching Netflix or whatever, but I have to schedule that. So maybe just consider that as part of this message this week, to schedule some fun for yourself. That's right now today. If you're listening to this, think about what you need to schedule and what things you would like to do this week, whether that's an outing with friends, a phone call with your family member, or join something new, explore a new yoga class or painting class or whatever it is. But how can you bring more joy, more creativity into your life today? Okay, my darlings, next card. Oh, I love this card. Archangel Raguel again. Move your body to change your perspective. This message in this card is about the idea that when you are overcome with your mind, so maybe that's depression, anxiety, low energy, or just feeling stuck and stagnant, this card is a message of just get up and move your body in some way. Your body and mind are really connected. There's a beautiful program, Erin Stutland, called The Movement, Mantras and Movement. And in this program, Erin, she has a book written about it as well. She combines mantras, powerful mantras, with moving your body, with exercise. So this card is about how can you move your body today to reconnect with your angels, to lift your energy and your mood. If you're feeling a little bit stuck and paralyzed and funkish at the moment, it's about moving your body, getting out, doing an exercise, something that you like to do, whether that's walking, yoga, Pilates, or a HIIT session, whatever it is. Go and move your body today. That is your angel suggestions. And just watch what happens. If you're looking for inspiration in your life, in your business, watch what happens when you move your body. Either during or after the meditation session, the movement sessions, you can receive massive insights and guidance from your angels. I created a full program with Archangel Metron while swimming every day. So movement is really, really important. Okay, so the next card is Archangel Uriel, a sign from above. Oh my God, I love this card. So if you look at this card, there are angel feathers floating down from above. And these are signs from your angels. So we can ask your angels. So you've asked your angels for a sign today, and that's the reason that you picked this card. And your angels are saying, we're always with you. We are always with you. And they're asking you to carve out space and time in your life where you can actually hear their messages. I had a period of about 6 months when I had my second child and I was breastfeeding. And in that 6-month period, I saw so many orbs and had such a deep connection with my angels. I literally remember sitting with my child in this darkened room, quiet space, and it being filled with orbs, different colored orbs and angels, and just the whole angel vibration. And what I took from that experience was my angels were always there. So that fantastical orb experience was always there, but I wasn't always there. I wasn't always fully present, but it was because I was so relaxed and peaceful and present with my daughter, I was open to seeing the angels and communicating with them in that quiet space. So you're being invited today to create some quiet space in your life so you can actually hear your angels' messages for you. Then watch out for miracles. Watch out for some signs. There are lots of ways that you can get a sign from your angels. I have asked a question for my angels and then turned on the car radio. Once I wanted to change an event. I had an event running on a Saturday, and I said to my angels, what day of the week, the event was double booked and I needed to change. Would it be the following Saturday or would it be the day after the Sunday? I put on the radio and there was U2 belting out Sunday Bloody Sunday. So I booked the event for Sunday. So we can ask our angels for messages. We can ask them for signs and symbols that they're there looking after us, that they're listening, that they're answering your prayers. And this is a message for you. If you've been praying and asking for help and support, this is a message, your angels, we've heard you. It's on the way. Keep the faith. And what a beautiful message. Watch out for signs that it's coming. Love it. So the next card is Archangel Nathaniel, a new earth, light worker, it's your time, evolve. So Nathaniel is here for the next generation of light workers. And we are, my age anyway, we are the grandmothers and the grandfathers of that generation. And it's up to us to support them, especially in this world of increased technology and devices and advertisements and marketing and things vying for our attention and their attention all the time, that we need to include in our teaching right now ways for that future generation to ground themselves, to come back to discernment, listening to their own inner voice and connecting with their angels and these light beings and companions that can help and support us on our path. So your healing work right now, you might think, oh, I'm here for my clients and I'm here for myself, and you know, you're out there doing healing or whatever it is, but you're also having additional responsibility as a light worker to pave the way for future generations of light workers. So, you know, they're the ones that are about 15, 16, 17 at the moment, but they're coming into their own in the next 10 years. And they're going to need your videos and your words and your books and your support and your healing messages. So I would just say, you know, use any opportunities that come up for you in the next few weeks to share some little bits of guidance that are important to you. I talk to my kids all the time about angels. You know, I've asked them they have an issue or problem. I'm like, okay, let's call Archangel Michael, or they want some healing, let's call in Raphael. So, you know, it's about just opening the door and allowing these invisible realms and our ability to access them be every day. So I hope that was useful. If you've chosen this card today, it is Archangel Metatron. Own the stage and share your wisdom. So if you have been hiding in your life, if you have a message inside of you, you have a book to write, you have a live stream to do, you have a coaching session to run, you're thinking about a retreat or an online event that you want to host, this is go for it. This is show up. This is speak and share your message and your wisdom. There is somebody out there that needs to hear your voice and your particular message. And, you know, often I think about out there, it's all the same stuff, you know, always the same healing messages, always leads us back to love. But the messenger is different and you are different. And sometimes we need different messengers to hear the same message. So, for example, on Hay House, there are thousands of authors, but I don't resonate with all of them. There's, you know, maybe 10 of my favorite authors there, and maybe another 10 that really resonate with me. So not everybody is a fit for you, but what you need to do is not try to please everyone. Just go out there and please yourself. Share the messages that you want to speak. This is a message from Archangel Metatron, and Metatron is quite a tough cookie, quite direct, and is like, just go for it, get out there, share your wisdom, fuck the trolls, excuse the language, but just get out there and do what you have to do. Your words and your healing gifts are needed in the world right now. If you've picked this card, it's Archangel Ariel, and it's practice grounding and spend time in nature. Ariel's messages, maybe if it's spending too much time on the computer indoors, and this is a message to get outside, walk, move your body, yoga, get in for a swim. I swim in the lake in the summer every week with my kids, and it just helps me to stay connected and grounded, and also helps me to detox a little bit from all the technology that I use during the week. So if this is your message, get out into nature, put your feet on the ground if you can, barefoot. And if you can't really get out into nature today, maybe just take a shower. And with that shower, allow the water to cleanse and clear and heal and take away any worries or challenges or doubts or fears that are, challenging you at the moment. And just allow the water to do its work. And maybe if you can't get outside, you can change your screensaver on the computer to one where it's a woodland scene or a beach scene, and you're bringing in and activating a little bit of that nature through your mind. So if you can get out, if you can't adapt your environment, buy some potted plants, do something to adapt your environment to bring in more of nature. If you've chosen this card today, it's Archangel Raphael. Your words have the power to heal. This card is based on the very famous, amazing author Maya Angelou, and the potential, the power that she had in using her words. So there's two messages with this card. One is if you've been thinking of writing poetry or maybe channeled messages or prose or short stories, this is an absolute yes, that you need to get your words on paper, on digital form, and get them out there into the world. I have some resources to help with this. You can go to aishlingmooney.com, and there should be some resources. I have a book collaboration coming up as well this year, so you're more than welcome to take part in that if that will kickstart you on your journey to being an author. So this card is about getting your words out onto the page or digitally getting them out there in the world. It's a confirmation that the thing that you've been thinking about is correct. There's also a message in here about the healing power and vibration of your voice, of using your voice to heal. So really just take that on board today. A smile, a word of kindness, a word of encouragement can go a long, long way today. So whatever opportunities you get, and that includes for yourself, when we have that voice in the back of our head telling us all of the things. I know there's a million thoughts going through my head right now, and not all of them are nice about me. And it's like, try to speak kindly to yourself, trying to speak as kindly to yourself as you would to others, and just realize the power of your voice and your words today. If you've chosen this card, it's Archangel Raziel, time to let go of the past. So what a beautiful message. So this card, if you look at this card, it's interesting because the angel in the card is standing in a victory pose, like at the end of a race. They have gone through the finish line, they've broken the ribbon. And if you look closely, this angel has just walked up or ran up a path. So there's a path behind them. So it means that if you've been struggling or you've had a challenging time recently, even if that has gone on for a few years, this is sort of the green light that things are changing. You've come to the end of a cycle. You've learned everything you need to learn from this, and it is totally time now to release and let that go. You might need to bring in some support to help yourself to let that go. You might need to bring in some counseling, some healing sessions, legal advice. You might need to go to see your doctor. Whatever it is, ask your angels for a sign, ask your angels to give you direction of where to get that information and support that can help you to move on. But this is a wonderful message from Raziel that it is time and you are ready to move on and release the past. Love this card, and I'm sending you love wherever you are, especially if you've been through going through a challenging time. And I have a feeling with this card, for some of you listening, it's been going on for a few years. And I just want this card to give you some hope that things are changing, my darling, and things are going to get better, and your angels are walking with you. They've never left your side. They've heard all your prayers, and they are ready now to bring you on to the next stage, the next chapter in your life. Okay, the next card. I love this. Archangel Shamuel, you are a master manifester. So just take a look at this card. There's a woman. She's playing cards, but she's also in a very powerful stance. And the card that she's holding up is the Queen of Diamonds, which in the tarot would be the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Wealth and Abundance and Prosperity. So most of my clients want to know how to achieve more abundance and wealth and prosperity in their lives. And this is a card about manifesting, that you are already manifesting. The life that I'm living today, that you're living today, was manifested last week, was manifested yesterday. The vibe and the feeling that you're experiencing right now was manifested yesterday. So if we take that in mind, the vibe that we are living today is going to manifest tomorrow. So if you want to feel good tomorrow, if you want to bring in, you better start feeling good now. Find some ways to feel good, even if it's only for a few minutes right now. Turn on your favorite music, get outside and go for a walk, call a friend that's going to love and support you and give you some good advice. Go and see a professional if you need a counselling or a healing session. Whatever you need to do to get yourself into a good, healthy and positive vibe. I usually put on music. I love music. There's some of my favourite songs. Dua Lipa, Levitating is one of my faves, and that lifts me. Thunder, Imagine Dragons lifts me as well. Those sort of songs, they're inspirational, they're loud, they're uplifting. And that usually gets me out of a funk. But you can also put on music, beautiful instrumental, healing music. Om Mani Padme Hum is a beautiful one to have in the background if you just need a lift and you need some nourishing. But this card is saying your vibration is so important when you want to manifest something. So whatever you want to manifest, whether that's a new home, a new relationship, more money, whatever it is, better health, whatever it is, think about what your vibration is right now today and see how you can shift and change that vibration. That's like fuel on the manifesting fire. Your vibration is fuel on the manifesting fire. So what positive vibes can you put on that manifesting fire? And then when you're full up with good stuff, then start thinking about that thing that you want to bring in and start streaming of that new relationship that you want to be in, or of your bank account and the number going up and more money going in, or your PayPal pinging on your phone, whatever it is. Or you want good health, you start to see yourself living a life feeling good, feeling abundant, feeling healthy. You start to see yourself in your mind's eye living a life full of vitality. So you are a master manifester, my darling, and it starts with your vibe. Lift your vibe today. Okay, the next card, is one of my favorites. Take the leap, you are divinely protected. Archangel Haniel. So Haniel is the angel for beautiful boundaries. So if you've been considering something, and maybe you've been thinking about this for a long time, it could be leaving a job, it could be moving location, moving home, it could be letting go of an old relationship or friendship, or it could be a new health program or a new exercise program or something like that. Or maybe you're thinking about taking a new program or a course or certification or training course or something like that. Whatever you're thinking about, and I get the feeling from this card that it's already been initiated, so you've already started. And this card is just confirmation that you're on the right path. Take the leap. It's okay. It's okay. What you've been thinking about, what you've been dreaming about, it's totally okay. You're making the right decision. And you are divinely protected. Your angels are looking after you and leading the way. And this angel, Archangel Haniel, comes on a very red vibe. So she's especially powerful for women. And, has this powerful boundaries that I'm still learning. I'm in my 50s and I'm still learning how to have powerful boundaries. And sometimes I'm more confident in different settings, and I have some work to do in other areas. So it's where can you do a bit of work today? Where can you give yourself a little bit of a boost in terms of more confidence and clarity and focus in whatever area of your life? So that might be taking a course, that might be taking a program, that might be just lifting up your vibe, putting on some music, whatever you need to do to lift your vibe so that you can say no with or make decisions with clarity and confidence and take that leap. When I'm making decisions, I usually get a piece of paper. When we were moving from Ireland to Italy, I got a big piece of paper and I wrote the pros and cons of moving and the pros and cons of staying. And I literally wrote that list. And the pros for moving was the longest list. So I was able to make that decision very, very clearly, immediately. Just by looking at all of those 4 columns on that paper, I was able to see, okay, the pros are way more than all the other columns. So although there was still challenges, the pros, the advantages outweighed the disadvantages, and I was able to make that decision. So take the leap, my darling, you are divinely protected. Let us see what the next card is. If you are looking for this card today, this is the answer to your message, which is Archangel Raziel, clear out old patterns and start fresh. Oh my God, so this is a call for decluttering, releasing, relaxing, letting go, trusting. As we said in the card before, take the leap and move forward. But sometimes to do that, you need to clear out the past. You need to clear out anything that's been holding you back. If you leap into a new work environment, but you have the same mindset and the same ideas and if you're still moaning and complaining and you're approaching things with the same sort of mindset and energy, you're going to recreate that energy. There's the beautiful story of the ferryman that is crossing over the river, and somebody stops and jumps on the ferry and says, oh my God, I just left this town which are full of bitchy people and awful. They were really argumentative and really awful. How are the people in this town across the river? I want to move. And the ferryman says, that's exactly what you'll find there. That's exactly the type of people you'll find there. And the next time the ferry came back over, another man jumped on and said, oh my God, I'm so sad. I know it's time to change. I'm so sad to leave my friends and family and the community behind, but I am ready to change and move on, and I'm feeling that nudge and I know it's time. How are the people in this next town? And the ferryman says, they're exactly like that. So it's like your vibe matches and calls in what you want in the future. So what can you clear out? How can you lift your vibe? What can you clear out physically in your home? And then emotional mindset clutter. You can do my cutting up the ties meditation, which should be on the channel somewhere. You can do that for 21 days if you want to cancel, clear, delete and release some specific thing in your life. You can also use my forgiveness meditations. There's some on the channel as well. If you want to let go of the past, you need to do some forgiveness work. We all do at some stage. It's a continuous practice for me doing forgiveness work. So maybe some forgiveness work will help with this declutter and release as well. So take a look at that. You can go to my website, aishlingmooney.com, and click on Angel Courses, and you will see the forgiveness course there if you want to get it for yourself. You get 7 meditations in there. Okay. The next card is Archangel Michael. The first Archangel Michael card, you're stronger than you know. So I love this image of Michael. Traditionally, Michael comes as a male energy in armor, but I wanted this to be more sort of Viking or Amazonian goddess woman with a sword, very powerful, very strong, sort of like Wonder Woman the movie. The island that she came from, all of the people there were all warrior women. So I loved that idea. And that's what I wanted to come across in this card, that Michael doesn't have to be male, but she can be a powerful female energy. They can be a powerful energy for all of us in our lives. So absolutely love this card. And it's just a reminder that if you've been doubting yourself, that you're stronger than you know. So there might be an area in your life where you've been maybe letting somebody walk on you, or you've been afraid to speak up for yourself, or maybe it's in your spiritual business and you haven't been quite as visible as you wanted to be. This can be an invitation for you to just take a breath, relax, release, know that you're protected, know that you're safe, know that you're much stronger than you realize, and just, allow that thought to imbue some extra confidence and courage in you in your daily life. Just know that you have what it takes, especially if you're coming up against something. I've had clients where they were going to court, or they were starting a new job, or they were going live stream for the first time, wherever they needed courage and confidence. So whatever you think that is difficult thing for you to do, know that Michael is there and available for you to call on for help and support. And another thought that might be useful here is that, I look up some of my videos, maybe 6-7 years ago, the first ones, and they are cringeworthy. I am so scared and underconfident and shaky voice and not clear and, just not showing up as well as I wanted to. But I showed up and I got better. And those videos are there for me to look back on with kindness, with love and appreciation for myself, for just showing up anyway, even though I didn't know quite what I was doing or couldn't do it as well as I wanted to do it. But I got better, and now I can show up without a shaky voice and, just deliver with more confidence and clarity. So whatever you start to do, you will improve on. So what you may be lacking in confidence with now today isn't necessarily what you'll be lacking in confidence with tomorrow. So I hope that card is useful, my darling. Okay, so the card that you have chosen today is Archangel Jophiel, time to declutter, clear and release. So I love how all these cards lead on to each other, like each one adds an additional message. So make sure that you're listening to maybe 2 or 3 of them in a row. That will really just help and support you to consolidate the messages that you need to hear today. So Archangel Jophiel, time to declutter, clear and release. So think about whatever area in your life that you want to bring something in. So you want to make space for. You want to make space to improve your finances, bring in your soulmate, move house or location or job or whatever it is, or improve your spiritual path. Think about what it is that you want to bring into your life, that you want to change. And then physically declutter something in your life, in your home, physically. If you want to bring in better health, maybe clear out the wardrobe, clear out the fridge, clear out the kitchen, do some decluttering there. If you want to bring in more money, prosperity, abundance into your life, clean out your wallet or your bag that you carry around every day. You want to bring in more clients, clean out your clients, go through your files of client files, maybe reorder them, get them organized, get some extra folders, empty spaces there so that you can, see some extra clients. I always have a notebook open and fresh and free so that I can, write notes on my client sessions. So it's whatever you want to bring more of into your life. It is the fastest way to bring that in is to declutter something. You want to bring in a soulmate, declutter in the bedroom, clear and put in some things of double things, pairs of things, like 2 swans, 2 birds, 2 hearts, bring in some pairs of 2 lampshades, whatever it is that you need. And there's also an additional message in here that if you've been feeling a little bit of funky energy lately, a little bit stuck, paralyzed, stuck in indecision, and not really being able to figure out the wood for the trees and where you need to go next, this is an invitation to just clear out your space. So literally clean it, physically clean it first of all. Decluttering might come later because that's a little bit more detailed. You need a bit more time for that. But you can physically clean your space, hoover, mop, dust down surfaces, and basically clear around. And then play some music with the intention of clearing. I love to play Om Mani Padme Om. I love to play, there's an Om Triambakam, which is the Dalai Lama singing the Om Triambakam, which is a very powerful healing mantra. So I love to play those two in particular. But it also depends on what you want to bring into your life. You can find different mantras online for whatever you want or affirmations, and just let them fill the air and the energy of your space instead of what's there at the moment. You need a bit of a shake up, you need a bit of a clean up, you need a bit of a clear out. Open the windows, let some air in. You can also call in your angels, Michael and Raphael, and ask them, look, walk with me and around the house and bring in some blessings. I use holy water as well, just to bless my space. You can use crystals to bless your space, depending on what it is that you want to bring in. I might do another video on that. Pop in the comments if you'd like that. Crystals to go with different things that you want to attract or bring into your life. So get out there, do some decluttering, do some clearing, clear up your space, and it will make a world of this difference and help you to manifest whatever it is that you want. As these messages are resonating with you, as you're checking in every day, you're asking your angels for a message, and you're listening to these messages in maybe a segment of 5 minutes, few messages, post in the comments. Let me know how accurate these are, how they're helping you. And maybe, if you were to do this for 7 days and pick a card every day, at the end of the day, the card that you've chosen for that day might make more sense. Might make more sense, or come into be a little bit clearer by the end of the day. And I would love your feedback around how these messages, angel messages, are helping and supporting you. So if you've picked this card today, Archangel Ariel, gifts and messages from the animal kingdom. So I have a dog. I have a friend up the road who's a turtle. I have lots of other dogs on my walks that I go and I say hello to. There's birds outside of my window, and I'm sure yours too. There's insects. There are bats in the evening here. I'm Irish and I live in Italy. There are bats in the evening. So there are animals literally everywhere. Our environment is teeming with animals. And all of these animals have a message of protection and guidance and insight. I know a client I spoke to once was getting married, and on the day of her wedding, she saw a fox. And, the fox had been a symbol of support for her throughout her life. And the marriage, unfortunately, didn't work out. But that fox showed up to support her, to give her a message that maybe it was too late at that stage to, turn around and walk away from the altar. But the fox came to sort of just give her confirmation that she needed to think about this. And maybe later in life, the next time the fox comes along, she might rethink where she is. She might take a breath and pause and look around and go, hang on a minute, I've just seen a fox. What do I need to do differently here? The other day I saw a squirrel. I was driving, it crossed a main road very quickly and went off into bushes across the road. I've never seen that happen before. So it made me pause, it made me stop and think, okay, what message could the squirrel have for me today? And the message was about recording extra videos, doing extra audios, doing whatever I need to do, doing the work in now in the summer when I'm fairly off and fairly free, so that when the autumn comes around, I have all of the content batched and I can just send it out, put it up on YouTube or on social media and in my emails, and that you will receive these messages and whatever you need throughout the autumn and the winter. And I can still show up live, but it's not dependent on me. So that was the message that I took just from that squirrel that crossed my path, was batch more content. The squirrels his nuts, takes his nuts, puts them away so that he has plenty to eat in the winter time. So that's could be a message from there. So in this we have the lion. It was a message of power and spirituality. I have some videos, the white lion's gate video. You could do that to connect with the lion. Then we have the deer, and we have the beautiful eagle eye, telling you to look at things from a distance before making any decisions. So think about what animals that resonate with you in particular, that you love. It might be a dog, a cat, or it could be what wild animals do you love? What ocean animals do you love? I love dolphins and their playfulness. Whale comes into my life when I need a little bit of redirection in life purpose. So it's like, what animals? Bumblebees come to remind me that the impossible is possible, because for years scientists could not figure out, they couldn't prove how bumblebees could fly with their body mass and the lightness of their wings. So it was to do aerodynamics, but they couldn't figure that out until technology became so advanced that they could actually slow the flapping of the bumblebee's wings and see and discover exactly how they were able to fly. So there's so much the animal kingdom can give us if we're just willing to take a breath and communicate with these beings. So animals have a message for you today. Find out what animal it is that you love and connecting with that animal. You can take a breath and you can simply ask them for the message. If you go to aislingmooney.com/angels, you can join my angel course, Transformed Angels. And that in there, we have an invitation, a meditation with Archangel Ariel, who takes you to meet one of your sacred animal archetypes. As many times as you do the meditation, you can meet different ones and connect and get a message from that animal archetype. So the animals are speaking to you. Be open to receiving messages. Okay, if you've chosen this card today, Archangel Azrael, messages of love from beyond. So it's quite possible that you are experiencing some grief, loss of a loved one, trauma, past trauma, and it's been resurfacing recently. So let me just tune in for a minute, because Azrael is a big energy. So this message in particular for you today is Azrael just saying your loved ones are speaking to you. So it doesn't mean that every one of your loved ones, the ones that you loved and the one that you didn't, can come in randomly and just start speaking to you. You're in full control of that. And you can welcome in or you can reject whoever you want. So, again, in my Transformed Angels course, we meet Azrael and we go to meet your loved ones who have passed. And it's a very safe and protected meditation and you're in full control. But I often think of this connecting with our loved ones as literally, if I was to shout into the next room here, one of my kids would hear me and they would come. If I said, hey, come here for a minute, they would literally come in the door to see what was up and I could have a conversation with them. And your loved ones are literally that near, that literally in the next room, that you can just lift your voice and they're going to hear you and they're going to come in and they're going to be here and to help and support you. The beauty of it is that they no longer have a physical body and they're fully in the angelic realms. So they have, if you need help in any area of your life, you want to find your soulmate, ask your granny to help as well as your angels and guides. I asked my grandmother recently to help me with business because she was an entrepreneur. She had sold newspapers. So she had a business for 40 years selling newspapers on O'Connell Street in Dublin. So she is an entrepreneur. She knew how to make money. She knew she was very successful. She was quite wealthy. And she did that from literally for 40 years, 6 days a week, up early in the morning and out and about and selling newspapers till late at night. So I'm very, very proud of her, and just, really when I need some help and support in my own spiritual business, I often connect in with her and just ask her for advice and guidance. But this card is just a confirmation that your loved ones have been speaking to you and they really want to help and support you in your life right now. So if you've chosen this card, we have Archangel Michael, walk in faith, you are being guided. This is a more traditional picture image of Michael with the sort of the Roman looking armor and male energy. But this card is about walk in faith, you are being guided. So it's like there's a moment of doubt or hesitation where you're not quite sure. Maybe you've taken some steps forward. Maybe you've changed job. Maybe you've just handed in your resignation, as somebody just told me today. And when we haven't just decided something like that overnight. We've been thinking about it for months and months, and sometimes even years. But it's that moment of certainty when you make a decision. Okay, that's it. I've had enough. I'm handing in my resignation. Straight after that, there might be euphoria. And then almost immediately after that, the doubt and the fear and the worry will kick in. Am I doing the right thing? Literally, a client booked a session with me last week and she said, I've just handed in my notice. I am finishing up in a month or 6 weeks' time. And she said, I just need to know that I'm on the right path. And so she got a lot of Michael messages and a lot of Haniel. The Haniel message that she got was earlier on in the deck, and it was take the leap, you're divinely protected. So it was a real confirmation that she had made the right decision. But this is a very similar energy with this card. It's encouraging you to keep the faith, to trust yourself that you've made the right decision, and just keep walking on the path. It might take you a while, and it might not, doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging, but you're just being guided to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust the decisions that you've made, and just keep walking forward. You're on the right path, my darling. It's going to be okay. Sending you loads of love. So this card, Archangel Gabriel, you are birthing a new age. Absolutely gorgeous. So I love this. So if you have an idea, something that's been brewing, maybe it's write a book, create a program, or a new coaching package, or maybe you want to move, or whatever, something new that you've been thinking about. The angels are saying there's a couple of months left. If we look at this card, this woman is probably about 7 months pregnant, 6.5, 7 months pregnant. I've had 2 pregnancies, so looking at that, she looks pretty comfortable. So let's say 6, 7 months pregnant. So there's still a good 3 months left before her baby arrives. And there's still a bit of minding after that. You know, the first year of having a new baby, they need all of you. So, and in particular in the first 6 months, they need a lot of your care and attention to survive and to thrive, and your love. And so this is just, if you want to start something, and maybe you're getting a little bit impatient, or maybe you're waiting for that new idea or that new thing to come and it just hasn't come yet, and you just don't know what you're supposed to be doing next. You're looking for that new direction. This card is that it's coming. So just wait another 2 months, another 2.5 months. So if you're in the summer, it's going to happen in the autumn, where you're going to get that $1 million idea, or that flash of insight, or something is going to come to an end, that you can start something new, you can birth something new. If you're listening to this, watching this in the winter, it's going to come in the spring. If you're watching in the spring, it's going to come in the summer. So it's just, it's just a little reminder to have patience, keep going, know that it's coming. Your dreams are coming to fruition. But it's like the angels are working in the background, and there's more work to do. If they brought it to you right now, there would be some missing pieces. So they're bringing in all of the coincidences, all of the magic, so that it happens in divine and beautiful, perfect timing. So whatever you're asking about, give it another couple of months, and you will start to see magic. You can birth something absolutely brand new in the world. Make sure that you write in the comments how these cards are resonating with you, how helpful they are for you at the end of the day. When you come back, what was the message that helped and supported you throughout the day? I would love some feedback. This is Archangel Haniel. So if you picked this card today, it's saying step into your power and learn to say no. So if you've been saying yes, go and do, this would be a really good thing for you to do. Go and do Gretchen Rubin's 4 Tendencies. Google 4tendencies.com. And there's a quiz there. It takes literally 10 minutes. It's free. Do the quiz and you'll find out if you are, what is your tendency? Are you a rebel? I can't remember the other ones. I know the one that I am, which is an obliger, which means I want to be helpful to people, and I want to, how I'm accountable is when I'm working with somebody. So if I need to get something done, I'll probably set up an accountability group with somebody, and I'll help and support somebody else to achieve their work. If I'm accountable to other people, but if I say to myself, I'm going to exercise every day, unless I tell somebody else about that, it's very unlikely that will happen. I'm just not so good keeping accountability to myself, keeping my word to myself, but I am to other people. So this is about step into your power and learn to say no. So there are some areas in your life, and it could be just your natural tendency is to please and to support other people. So it's difficult for you to say no. I've been working with Haniel for years now, because this is one of the challenges that I have. And I've really learned to be really clear, especially when I go into any sort of business negotiations or make some decisions around business. I'm very, very clear. I sit down, I make clear boundaries for myself. I decide what I want out of this. and then I ask for it very clearly. Whereas in the past, I would have just said yes. Yes was my favorite word. Now I will really tune in. I'll ask for time to think about it, and I'll really tune in and figure out, right, is this for me? Is this, any new rule that I create? So let's say a rule for me in my affiliate business, any one that I affiliate with, I have to have tried the product myself and I've gotten good results. I won't just affiliate with anyone or share products that I don't know about. So that's a great rule to have, and it's a great boundary to have when somebody says to you, hey, can you take a look at my product? And here's the affiliate link, and you can say, hang on a minute, I don't know you, I don't know your work, and I haven't taken this program or gotten results myself, so I can't affiliate with you. So it's an easy no. Obviously, you can dress that up a bit. Our policy is that we need to test out the products and services and get results ourselves before we become affiliate partners. So you can make that into the proper. So what this is saying is, say no today to something that you've been on your mind, that you've said yes to, but really it's a no. That's it, basically. And set a rule then for yourself so that you're not going to fall into this trap over and over and over again. Figure out what it is that made you say yes when you meant no, so that you don't do that again. And look at the power in this picture. She is the only angel in this deck with wings, and she is sitting in this sort of ball of fire, and she's completely unperturbed. She's completely relaxed and peaceful and empowered. So that's what we want for you, my darling, is to be able to say no, regardless of what people might think or approve or disapprove of you, that it's okay for you to say no. And as Louise Hay would say no to others means saying yes to you. So I hope that's useful. Okay, this is a beautiful card. Archangel Azrael, it's time to see through the illusion. So this is a very powerful card. So if your work in the world, if you are a light worker, a doctor, a therapist, a practitioner, you have an element of your work where you're helping people to heal trauma, deep trauma. And I suppose this card is just an acknowledgement of that you're doing this deep work. Now, when I say deep work, it doesn't mean it has to be difficult. For when you're living your dharma, when you're living your life purpose and your sacred contract, it doesn't come as challenging as it would for other people. Like this sort of work would be very challenging for me if that was my soul work, like palliative care or grief counseling. That would be very challenging to me because it's not. I dip into it in my coaching sessions, but I just wouldn't be able to do that full time, that work. But there are other people that are perfectly suited for that work. And they have the talents, they have the abilities, they have the experience, personal experience and personal mastery and self-awareness to be able to do that work. And they love it. So, this is an acknowledgement that if you are listening to this card, that part of your work is about healing deep grief and trauma in others. And if you are going through an experience at the moment where you've lost a loved one recently, just realize that we don't get through grief. We don't walk through it and go and come out the other side. When we lose someone and grief becomes a partner in our lives, it walks with you and it changes. Like any friendship and partnership, it changes throughout the years. It can become frustrating and deeply painful in the beginning, but then it does transform and change and become an experience that ultimately enriches your life. So, and we have some alarms going off. Azrael is a very powerful angel, and it can make the lights switch. It can really affect technology and electricity. So, anytime I used to connect in with Archangel Azrael, we used to have fire alarms go off. The alarms will go off, and car alarms. And there's literally outside, I'm going to open the window here. There's literally a car alarm. It's just stopped now. Has just gone off in this card. So watch out for that. So if you're having that experience where lights are going off, batteries are going dead really quickly, that's big Azrael energy telling you that you're using a lot of energy and that you're giving a lot of energy in your work. And if you're doing deep work like this, you need to make sure you're getting counseling. You need to budget that into your pricing. Make sure that you're getting well paid for this work so that you can help and support yourself afterwards. That you can get the counseling that you need, get the healing sessions, get the deep touch, get the the therapy and the coaching that you need to do the work, to show up. There's no point in you giving everything to your clients and there's nothing left for you. So there's so many layers in this message. Thank you for doing the work that you do in the world, my darling, but really mind yourself as well. So if you've picked this card today, it's Archangel Jeremiah. Learn from the past and release ancestral karma. So there's a beautiful message. Look at the card. This man is sitting smiling. He's reading a beautiful book. So there's two messages. One is it's time for you to write that book. So if you've had a dream to be an author, then it is totally time to write your story. Maybe it's a memoir. Maybe it's a coaching moment or a healing story that you need to share that will help and support many, many others in the world. So you've been encouraged to do that. He has a watch, so it's saying it's time to get your story out into the world. But it's also time to do a little bit of healing around your past. So we've already had a very deep card before that, Archangel Azrael, about deep healing, deep grief and trauma. So this card sort of leans into that, learning from the past, release ancestral karma. You can access your Akashic records. These are big energy angels, so there's big work to be done here. So I'm guessing that you are a spiritual teacher or a healer, or if you're not working there, then you should be, or you could be quite easily if you wanted to. So go find yourself a mentor or a coach or spiritual teacher that can help support you with that. But there's a message here about using your spiritual tools to help and heal and let go of the past. You can go to my website, aishlingmooney.com, and find the forgiveness course, find angel courses, and there's a forgiveness course there. And that might be worth considering doing. 7 beautiful meditations around forgiveness that will help you to just let go and release the past. They're specifically designed for that. So that could be really helpful. Or do the cutting off the ties meditations here on YouTube on my channel. So you can find that meditation and do that. That will also help and support you to let go and to heal and to clear out the past. But it's just an invitation, and I'm just, it's not, I'm going to suggest that our angels make this a little bit easy for you right now, because I feel like you've had enough. I feel like you're going, oh God, again, more healing, more forgiveness, more release the past. How much more can I do? And it's like, okay, angels, can we just make this a little bit easier? Can we make it a little bit more beautiful and transformative and enjoyable in some ways? So I'm asking your angels to give you the teachers and the coaches and the practitioners or whatever you need. It could be a book falls off the shelf, or something comes up on your feed online and you find the perfect course or program or book or coach or video or something like that that can help and support you right now in your life. So it is time to learn from the past and release ancestral karma, my darling, and also get your book out there. Time to get the book out. Another Azrael all together. These are very powerful messages all together. Grief is a journey with many hidden gifts. Now I know that if you have experienced the passing of a loved one, if it has been recent, there's, as I have said before, we don't get through grief. We don't walk through it and get to the other side of it, but instead we walk with it. And I would encourage you to go back and watch the last few cards. So maybe go back 10 minutes and just listen again to this whole message for the next 10 minutes. And it will just, because each one adds a layer onto the next and will really just help and support you in this healing journey. But you are safe and you're protected. And grief is something that we learn to walk with. So it becomes like our partner, and it changes as we change and as our mindset around this changes and our heart changes and our heart heals around this process. And there's just the crow, the raven on this angel's shoulders. It's just a wonderful sign of protection and safety and letting you know that Archangel Michael is there and Azrael, of course, is there, and that Azrael is known as the comforter and the soother. A really fantastic backfire remedy that would support you as well if you are experiencing grief and healing, or recent trauma, or even deep trauma that's happened a few years ago, is Star of Bethlehem. So It's a backflow remedy. You can take 2 drops 4 times a day for 21 days, and that will very gently help you to release any pain associated with grief and trauma. Because the pain, years ago, I remember going to a reader and she said to me, your heart has icicles in it and they need to be thawed out. And it was around the grief of a relationship that I had that ended from when I was 18 to 22. I was going out with this guy, and it broke my heart when the relationship ended, even though I knew it was the right thing at the time and I ended it, but I was still heartbroken for years after it. And you know, this is just a message that time does heal. We can just make the best decision that you can for yourself, and this is, you're protected and you're guided. And you know, this Star of Bethlehem, to come back to that, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Star of Bethlehem helps you to thaw out these icicles, these trauma, which so it's like water that's gone to ice in your system. So these feelings that we don't want to feel or process can become stuck and paralyzed in our system. So through working with your angels, doing your forgiveness work, doing your healing work, working with Backflow Remedy, Star of Bethlehem, it just helps the thaw to come so that you can finally release and let go of these emotions and process them properly, and just have that deep healing experience and learn to walk with the grief in all of its stages, because you have it for the rest of your life. It becomes a partner in your life, and it just changes and adapts as you change and adapt in your life. So I'm sending you loads of love. This is not an easy path. It's not an easy time for you, and I'm just sending you so much love. And there's also an additional message that if there's a friend of yours that has experienced loss and is still grieving, maybe get them the Star of Bethlehem. That would help. Maybe send them this message. You know, get them to pause the video at this moment and listen to this message, and let them know that you are absolutely loved. Your angels are walking with you. Things are going to get better. Even if it's been really challenging, things are going to get better. You're safe, you're protected, and your angels are with you. Loads and loads of love. So we're nearly there. Oh my God. Archangel Zadkiel, it is safe to be wealthy. So this is for you, particularly if you have an idea, you're maybe a business owner or a spiritual business owner, and you have been thinking about doing something, a new program, a coaching program, writing the book, creating the program, creating the course. And this card is, you're absolutely on track. You are set to make a lot of money. Go for it. Get it on paper. Get your ideas on paper. Do whatever it takes to get your healing gifts and message out into the world. If you need some training and support, go to my website, aishlingmooney.com. I have lots of business courses there that can help you to improve your pricing, get clear on your niche, and call in the most amazing clients that are here and want to receive your healing gifts in the world. So the money is coming. 1111, Archangel Zadkiel, it's safe to be wealthy. And this is also an invitation to clear out your money blocks. Come and do my Transform with Angels course. Go to aishlingmooney.com/angels, and you'll learn all about Zadkiel in there and how to increase your wealth vibration. So love this card. Go and get that course or book out there. Archangel Nathaniel, take back your power. Wow. So somewhere I want you to think about where in your life you've been giving your power away. You know, when I think about this, in some situations like here, I'm live, I'm on video, I'm fairly confident now because I have thousands of hours under my belt of teaching and being on video. So it's speaking and teaching on video. So it's not a big deal for me anymore. But I am Irish and I live in Italy, and my Italian fluency isn't where I want it to be. So I do have difficulties in having deep conversations, the conversations that I want to have with people, because my language just isn't there right now. And I can become a victim around that, and I can say, oh, my Italian is crap, and I've got what it takes to, you know, communicate with people. Or I can say, hey, this is the problem. What are you going to do about it, Aisling? Take some power back. Can you carve out 15 minutes a day to just do some grammar work? Can you carve out 15 minutes a day to just read a book in Italian, even if it's painstakingly slow and you have to check every word? Or what about watching Netflix in Italian instead of in English, which is what I did last night. I'm watching a brilliant series called The Diplomat. I would highly recommend it, on Netflix. And I watched the first few episodes in English, and last night I changed to Italian with English subtitles so that I could at least hear the Italian. And then later on, as I get used to it, I'll change to Italian subtitles. So that will just be my enjoyable way to learn the language. But that's about me taking back my power. Instead of going, I'm Italian, no, it's not where I want it to be. It's like, right, how can I get it where I want it to be? What little simple things, tweaks can I do? So this is an invitation for you to think about, where are you giving away your power and where can you take it back? Take a moment right now after this, you've listened to this, to get a piece of paper and write down whatever comes up for you. Where is it? Is it your relationships? Is it your health? Is it your finances? Is it your career? Family members? Where is it that you're giving your power away, and where can you stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself? Love it. Okay, Archangel Raziel, you hold wisdom and gifts of many lifetimes. So this is an interesting card, because it can be that maybe you have suddenly started painting out of nowhere. You never painted before in your life and you suddenly started painting. Or you decided to learn the piano out of the blue. And this is about gifts from past lives. So you already have spent a lifetime learning these gifts, but just hadn't accessed them until now. And I also want you to think about anything new that you do want to learn. Think to yourself, okay, well, if I want to learn to create a business online, I've already created a business. I've already been a business owner in some lifetime. Angels, can you help me to access those past life gifts so that I can use that right now? You want to go and create a TED Talk. You want to speak in public. Let's access a past life where you were a brilliant orator, speaker, and people listened to you, were hung on every word that you said. So it's like you can totally access now. So whatever you want to do in your life, there is a lifetime that you've already done and experienced these gifts and talents that you need, and you can totally bring that into your life right now. Love it. So this card is Archangel Gabriel, let yourself be seen. If you've been hiding, if you've been keeping yourself quiet, if you've been afraid to say something because maybe it's going to hurt somebody's feelings, or you're unsure, maybe I shouldn't say that thing to that person, this is like, go for it. This is like, speak up, share your words, your wisdom, your experience. And also, if you're a spiritual business owner, share your wisdom with the world in some way. Do that live stream, start that podcast, or reach out and become a guest on somebody's podcast. But today is the day to be seen. So if there's anywhere in your life that you are currently feeling a little bit invisible, it is time to take action. Ask your angels, what steps can you take today to get yourself more visible in the world? And even if it's scary, it's always scary in the beginning, especially if we're doing something new. I spoke already on this video about when I first started recording videos 7-8 years ago. I was terrified. I was shaky voice, very unsure of myself. I was speaking very slowly. And some of those videos are cringeworthy and embarrassing. And it's taken me a long time to practice my craft and to lose the nerves and just show up anyway, because I know that somebody today is going to receive support from the words that I use. So somebody out there is looking for your words. Get visible, let yourself be seen, show your face, show your voice to the world. Your healing gifts are needed, my darling. And there's also an additional message in this before I put it down around see those lanterns in here? There are wishes. So there's a wish that an unexpressed wish, and it's time to express it. It's time to really ask for what you want. So that could be abundance, finances, relationships, health, career, whatever it is. But there is an opportunity right now for you to just ask for what you want. Make a wish. This is a perfect moment to make a wish. Okay. You are worthy, claim it. Love this. So it's like, I used to be able to stand on my head in yoga classes, and I can't do it anymore at the moment. But if I wanted to, I'm pretty sure that I could train myself back up. Now, I don't know. There's all doubts and worries and fears popping in here around would I be able to do it. But I'm sure with the right teacher and the right pace for my body to acclimatize and come back around, that I would be able to do that again. Maybe not to the same level, I have no idea, but I would definitely be able to do it again. So it's like, What is it that you want to do that feels unsurmountable, that feels like you can never reach it? And this is an invitation from your angels to say, yes, you are worthy. You can totally do it. Whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you're considering right now, whether it's a new exercise program or starting something new, writing that book, or beginning that new relationship, or conceiving that child, whatever it is, that you totally can. And just ask your angels for guidance and steps to support you so that you know what your next steps are. Maybe listen to the next few cards, and that can also give you additional information to this card. So the next card is Soften Your Heart. Oh my God, Archangel Raphael. This was one of the first cards from this deck and that the artist created. And this message that she channeled, actually, some of the messages I channeled, some of the messages she channeled, and this one is Soften Your Heart. And it's about this, when I first heard this message, I thought about whatever I was challenged with at the time. It was in the middle of COVID. There was a lot, going on. We were all adjusting to being at home, and there was a lot of anxiety and worry. And when I got this card on my phone, I burst into tears, and I realized how tight I had been, how tightly I had been holding on to control and, the worry and the doubt. And I just relaxed in that moment when I saw this card, and it was like, just breathe out, just let it go. I can do this. I have friends, I have support. And we did get through it. It was 2 years and we did get through it. And we stepped into, a new world because of that experience of staying at home and being with our families and working from home. So whatever is going on for you right now, I want you just to think about that thing and just think, how can I soften around this? How can I soften my heart? And how can I just bring a little bit more healing, a little bit more love, a little bit more joy there, so that I can navigate this experience and make good, clean decisions from a place of love rather than worry and fear and guilt and all those other emotions. Make beautiful choices from clear, loving heart space. Love it. Okay, this next card, this is your question. Archangel Sandalphon, trust yourself, you're a powerful being. So Sandalphon is the angel that is said to be so tall. Their feet are on the ground and their head is in the heavens with the divine. And they can take your messages and your prayers directly to the heart of the divine. So you've been asking for some things. You've been praying, you've been requesting help and support with some things. Maybe you've just been saying, send me a sign, or help me with this health issue, or help me to heal a relationship, or help me to change jobs, or help me to find a new house, or whatever it is. But you've been asking for help and support. And your angels are letting you know that they've heard you and that your message has gone to the heart of the divine, and they're working on it in the background. There are thousands of angels working on your request, bringing out the best possible outcome. So it requires now a little bit of trust on your behalf. Trust yourself that you've asked the question and that it's been heard. And trust yourself as well that you're a powerful being, a powerful manifester. And keep your vibe high. So don't allow those doubts and fears and worries to overcome you, to, take over. Instead, use your spiritual tools. Go to my website and get some free tools, aislingmooney.com/free. Get some free meditations, or buy one of my angel courses. The forgiveness course would be wonderful. Anything that you can use to just continually keep yourself in a high vibration. So when you're asking for help, ask for help, send out the message, send out the request, and then just keep your vibration high so that you're a vibrational match to whatever it is that you want to bring in. You want to bring in loads of money. Sitting and worrying about your bills and going over and over and over your bank account isn't going to help. If you know the numbers, do them once. Make a plan for, the practical steps to get yourself out of debt or whatever it is. And then follow that plan. And then allow your angels to work into that plan little miracles and steps and pieces that will quicken up the process. So trust yourself, you're a powerful being. So, oh my God, I love this card. Archangel Zadkiel, release your money blocks now. So this is again another card about vibration. So if you look at this girl is smiling, she's happy, she's like dancing in a shower of money. and she's really, really aligned, really accepting. There's no fear, there's no rules around it. There's no, oh my God, that's too much, or that's too little, or I'm not worthy. There's no blocks around that. She is just pure, open, and accepting of the money that's flowing into her life. And it's like, you know, the abundance is there for you on the table. It's literally right there. So wherever you've been asking for, right now your angels are just giving you the idea. So there's $1 million idea coming. Or this could also be an inheritance or a lump sum of money, or you could win a lotto. I would say go and do a lotto, get a lotto ticket this week. But there's a wealth of abundance coming to you now, and it's just about keeping your vibration high. I'm just reminded of this shower. Clearing your energy daily or as often as possible can also just help to clear the clog. And you could use that actively as a visualization and imagine yourself standing in a shower of abundance and wealth, and imagine yourself receiving all the abundance and wealth that the universe wants to give you. Love this card. Beautiful. And here we have Archangel Shamuel, time to dream big dreams. So this is about, it's all vibrational again. This is about thinking about what it is that you want to manifest in your life. What is the big dream that you want to manifest? And the way that you do this is see it in your mind's eye. So you can take a meditation, take a breath, close your eyes and see it in your mind's eye, what it is that you want to accomplish. If it's, you want to be a speaker, you want to write a book, you want to be a mother and conceive a child, you want to attract your soulmate or improve your current relationships, whatever the outcome is that you want, allow yourself to see that really clear and beautifully. And then step inside that image. So at the moment when you're looking at that, as I'm describing, you're probably looking at an image outside of you. So the idea is to step inside yourself, your own body, and look at your life through these eyes of when whatever you want has already manifested beautifully in your life. Think about how you're walking. Think about what you're seeing. Who's in your life at that time? Who are you surrounded with? What are you holding in your hands? What are your clothes like? And then use color to enhance the vibration and increase the vibration even more. Add vibrant colors into that picture and totally see yourself achieving your goals in true, beautiful, pure, vibrant colors. And doing this, it could take as little as 1 minute a day for 21 days, can literally manifest miracles in your life. You can join the Transforming Angels course if you want. Go to aishlingmooney.com/angels, and there is a meditation in there. One of the 12 meditations in there is Archangel Shamuel, and it does exactly that exercise. But you can totally do it on your own if you're able as well. Archangel Raphael, open yourself to the sound of healing. So a couple of messages in this card. One is that your words have the power to heal, and just be mindful of how the words that you use to yourself and to others around you, making sure that they're kind, they're not gossipy, they're not complaining. Keep your speech clear and vibrant and positive as much as you can. If you can't say something good, don't say anything at all. Isn't that what that old saying is? And I know that this is difficult. And I've just been minding my energy around this lately. I realized that I went through a little bit of a moany phase. So I've had to cut back and come back and really focus on, if I have something to moan about, just keeping my mouth shut and trying to see the positive in a situation and speaking about that instead. So that's the one message in this card, is about the power of your words. Really be mindful of what you're speaking and sharing. But the other aspect of this card is using the power of sound to heal. So that might be a suggestion to go to a sound healing class. Buy yourself a drum and maybe use that around the house to bang out and clear out the energy. It could be maybe some sound crystals, singing bowls. Maybe get yourself something that's attuned to one of your chakras that you want to clear out. Something about sound can help to heal. So you can physically use sound. I have Tibetan bells. I have other bells that I use in the house when I want to clear the energy. But also in this case for you, there might be just a recommendation to go and have some sound healing. So go and book yourself a workshop. Okay, Archangel Metatron, be your own guru. So if you've been in a coaching program, or you have been in a relationship that was maybe overpowering and you didn't really have your voice, or you weren't speaking up for yourself, where you've been put down, let down. This is a very sort of a direct message from Metatron to get up, stand up for yourself. You are a powerful being and your words matter and you're worthy. And, you know, wherever you have been shy or hiding or unclear or people pleasing, this is a message for you to just stand up for yourself and get out there. So especially if you're a coach and you've been, you know, this has happened to me. I had coaches and I was trying to please my coaches. You know, I'm an obliger in the 4 tendencies. You can take that quiz online. Go to 4tendencies.com. My personality is obliger. So I like to support other people. I like to help people. And it also means that if I have someone that's teaching me, a teacher, I like to get their approval. It's a natural tendency within me. So I need to just be mindful of that. And I've had to really learn the hard way over the years about powerful boundaries and about the ability to say, okay, this worked for you. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for me. Or this is what I want to do. And just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean that I'm going to change paths or do something different. This is what I want to do. This is what I've been guided to do. This is what I'm going to do. And sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to work out. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges, but it just means that you'll have the satisfaction of having followed your own intuition and guidance and did things your own way. So be the rebel, be your own guru, decide what it is that you want, make clear decisions and trust yourself to know what's best for you. Nobody, no coach, no teacher, no trainer, no priest, no doctor, nobody that can give you advice and guidance and support, but you are the only one that knows what's best for you ultimately. So just really take that on board today. Be your own guru. This is Archangel Shamuel. You're a vessel of divine love. So this is a message for you to realize that your presence is healing. So your presence, just by walking into a room, saying hello to somebody at the bus stop, a kind word, a smile in somebody's direction can have a profound healing effect. So I want you just to acknowledge the power of your healing presence, whether you're you don't have a spiritual business and you're just going about your daily business in life, or maybe you're working in a job, that the people that you come across, you are offering healing energy. You know, I have a friend of mine that was working as a receptionist in a counsellor's. Now, she was also a Reiki healer and had worked with angels. So, you know, I was saying to her, you're actually, you know, your job there is quote unquote receptionist, secretary, but actually you're the people that people are coming into the waiting room. You're the first face they're seeing. You're the first voice they're hearing. And it's reassuring when it comes from somebody who is pure love, who's saying, it's okay, sit down there. Do you want a cup of tea? They're going to come out now in a second. Your appointment, you're early or whatever. But just that kindness can have a profound effect, positive effect on the people that you meet in your life. So just being aware of that you are a healing presence. You're a vessel of divine love. And just being aware of that will help you to bring more of that into your life. So Archangel Ariel, tune into Mother Earth's heartbeat. So what a beautiful message. This is about getting grounded, connecting with nature, and also the power of meditation. So all of us, every single one of us, including me, knows how powerful meditation is, knows that we would benefit from taking 2 to 3 minutes out every day, or 20 minutes, or whatever it is that you can afford every day, and just connecting in with our angels. A simple thing like taking three breaths and asking your angels what you want me to know today. Even coming and doing this video every day would be a type of meditation practice, would be a type of spiritual practice. So really, I just want you to acknowledge that a little bit of quiet time is not, you know, in my book, Angels Are With You, there's a message in there and it says, solitude, I think it's solitude is not an option. And it's a bit of a play on words, but what it actually means is it's essential. It's not optional. It's not something that we can, like, we might ignore it for a while. We might not meditate and make some space to be quiet, but eventually it will catch up and we'll need to take that quiet time out. You know, for me, it was usually burnout in my business where I'm just giving too much. And then I just end up burning out. And like at one stage, I had to just take 8 weeks off to recover my energy. And I spent that time meditating and talking to my angels. So, you know, it's really, really important to just take some time, even if it's only a few minutes a day. And then maybe every other week, you do a full longer meditation. If you want some help with that, you can do the Transform with Angels course. Go to ashlingmooney.com/angels. If you want some free resources, go to /free and you get my free toolbox that will help you to just start connecting with your angels. And some of those meditations are only 10 minutes a day, so totally doable on any schedule. So connect in, make space. Archangel Uriel, trust your intuition. So this is whatever you're thinking of right now, whatever decision you have coming up, whatever opportunity is being presented to you, and trust your intuition that you're on the right path, that you can make the best decision. And there's also an element in here of, if you're questioning something, if you're going, is this really where I want to go? While it's healthy to question, it can also be acknowledging that you're not sure. And if you're not sure, that means it's not an absolute yes. So it's not like, you know, that where somebody says something to you, let's go to the park or something, and you're like, oh my God, yes. And it feels like an absolute yes in your body, and there's no doubt in your mind. It's like, sometimes when there's a no, like sometimes I'll say yes when let's go to the park, even though I don't want to, because I know it's good for my body. But sometimes I'll say no. I'll say yes when I mean no. And sometimes I'll say no. So there's a few different scenarios in there. But what I wanted to do is this is an opportunity today to trust whatever intuition you're getting, and take action on that, and say no if you need to say no. And there's also an additional message of that you are a light for so many people in your life right now. So you might be a coach or a practitioner or a healer, counselor, and you're in a position to help people gain clarity and focus and make clear decisions in their life. So just acknowledgement that you are a light to so many people right now. Thank you so much for the work that you do, my darling. Trust your intuition. Archangel Zadkiel, a tsunami of abundance is coming your way. So imagine you are surfing the waves of abundance. Think about a tsunami coming towards you of abundance. It is unstoppable. There is no way that you can prevent this abundance from coming into your life. Buy a lotto ticket, act on that idea, announce that new coaching program, write the book and get it up on Amazon for sale. There is money all around you, and you just have to create the channels or the funnels or the vehicles for that money to come into your life. I often say to clients that the path to wealth is not necessarily the path to a successful business. Your business can be an asset on your wealth journey, on your journey to wealth and abundance. So your business can be an asset. Your full-time or part-time job is an asset that's bringing in money. That's an income stream. The book that you put on Amazon, that's an income stream. The course that you've created, that's an income stream. Your one-to-one sessions, that's an income stream. An inheritance, that's an income stream. So a lotto win, that's an income stream. So it's like all of these, it's said that a 7-figure business owner, a millionaire, has 7 income streams. Now, I don't know how true that is, but they definitely have quite a few ways for money to come and to find them in their lives. So think about today, what can you add to your services to allow in more money? What can you act on today? And also make sure you do the vibrational work, keeping your vibe high so that you're a vibrational match for that money coming into your life. But it's literally unstoppable. Nearly there, my darlings. So this message, Archangel Uriel, coincidences are messages from your angels. So watch out for signs and symbols. You've been asking for help and support. And now watch when coincidences happen, because there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's an angel message guiding you on, saying this way, this way, this way, keep moving forward. So trust the signs and symbols. Your angels might send you feathers, rainbows, coins on the path, messages, overheard messages, signposts, literal signposts or buses that go by with signs across them. License plates is another great way that your angels can communicate, or just out of the blue conversations with friends. So just watch out for coincidences, and as you notice these coincidences, they accelerate the messages from your angels and deepen your connection, so that you start to get more advice. So you start to ask, and literally immediately you start to get an answer to your question. And you can totally do this video any day you want. Archangel Metatron, you're a spiritual teacher and a leader. If you have been in any doubts that you are here to lead and to be a spiritual teacher, this is the card for you. Just reassuring you, telling you that you have an important healing message and you are a really big light in the world, and that you're not just here to work with 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 people. You're here to work with thousands of people and even hundreds of thousands of people. And you need to think big here. Think like in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, if I could have the big dream, the big vision of what my healing work could do in the world, what would be my legacy? How many people would I like to reach, and what could be the possible channels for that? And then who's going to support me on that? What team do I need? What coaching do I need? What systems and processes do I need? What wardrobe do I need? How do I need to show up to bring that big life and to really reach my full potential? Love this card. You are a spiritual teacher and a leader. Show up, darling. So Archangel Sandoval, your prayers are answered. So if you've been asking for help and support from your angels, this message is saying, we've heard you. The message is on its way. It's okay. Keep the faith. Keep praying. Keep your presence and vibration high. So use meditation. You can go to aislingmooney.com/free to get some free spiritual tools there that will help you to lift your vibe and connect with your angels. But just, keep yourself in as high vibe as possible while you're waiting for that answer to your prayers, for that to manifest in your life. But it's on the way. Archangel Jeremiah, release yourself from resentment. Some forgiveness work would be a wonderful thing for you to do right now. Ho'oponopono, watch a video, go and do cutting off the ties on my channel. Go and do a forgiveness meditation. Get the forgiveness course. Go to aislingmooney.com, find the courses, do the forgiveness course. That will really help. But this is an invitation for you to release and to let go. And wherever you know and recognize that resentment has been building up, it's time to let that go. It's not doing you any good. It is not healthy for you. And if you've been experiencing some health difficulties, it's because of resentment, and you need to just take, of course, the practical steps. Go and see the doctor, book a session with your healer and your counselor to release whatever you need to release and let go of the past. But also do the energetic work, do the healing meditation work, ask your angels for help and support. But it is time to release yourself from resentment, my darling. Forgiveness is the key. Archangel Jeremiah again, heal the past and change the future. So double Jeremiah message. So, really forgiveness is so powerful. Past life meditation or session would also be really powerful and really helpful for you right now. You can either do that yourself, or you can go and book a session with somebody and just heal a past life. You can do the Transforming Angels course if you want. There's a Raziel meditation in there, and literally we're brought back to a past life to receive some healing and gifts from that life. But this is just a deeper invitation that you are a powerful being, a powerful teacher and a healer and a light worker. But you're maybe holding yourself back a little bit, and there's just a little bit more forgiveness work to be done to just help you to release and really step into your full glory and potential. So do the work, my darling. Archangel Michael, speak with honesty and conviction. Look at the power in this card. It's like a samurai warrior, in a waiting stance. Not really a fighting stance, but more like waiting to defend himself. So it's a message of, don't be the first. If you're find yourself today in an argument or in a potential situation where it could escalate into an argument, take a pause. Take a breath and wait. Step back. Don't be the first to speak. Don't be the first to retaliate, take a breath, take some time out, say, I'm going to come back to you, put down the phone, turn off the computer, go for a walk, speak to a good friend. Take a pause before you answer anybody today, or step into or use your words or your presence in any sort of a negative way. Really take a breath, call in your angels and ask them, what is the best outcome? What do I need to do to get the best from this situation for everyone concerned, including me? And finally, what a beautiful card. Archangel Jophiel, realize your worth. You are enough. Absolutely glorious card to end on. And this is about making sure that your environment is conducive to a spiritual life and experience, and helps you to have the highest potential that you're here to live, live the life of your highest potential. So that's making sure that your environment reflects your divine essence. Walk around your house today and take a look in all of the rooms and just ask yourself, what needs to be changed? Bring Jophiel with you. Literally take 3 deep breaths, call in Archangel Jophiel and say, Jophiel, can you just walk around with me, please, and help me to tune in to every area and ask what needs to be done. You can go with a pen and paper and you can say, right, what needs to be changed? It could be declutter. It could be paint that wall pink. It could be move that table to a different room. It could be we need some more particular books in here, or you need to clear out those files and empty some of them. Or you need to clean up the kids' toys, or you need to clear out the fridge so you can bring in more health and wealth into your life. So it's like, walk around your house and figure out, what needs to be changed in each area. In the Transforming Angels course, you can one of the meditations is with Archangel Jophiel. All of the archangels that are in this deck are in the Transforming Angels course. There are 12 different archangels. There's also guardian angels, and there's forgiveness work, and there's Jophiel, which is the bonus. So all of them angels, you can meet them and personally connect with them in the Transforming Angels course. And to find out more about that, you can go to aislingmooney.com/angels. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and continue to receive angel messages every single day to help and support you to live the best life of your highest potential. This has been an absolute pleasure. Sending you so much love, and please share this with everybody that you think, that loves angels, that would love these angel messages every day. And remember to